Hey pandas, it's Amanda and I'm back with another YouTube video. If you actually watched in my first video, my Q&A, I mentioned that I was a dancer before. I just went on Instagram and made a poll and saw what you guys wanted me to do a story time about, either the time I became a stripper or how I lost my V-card. So I'm 18 years old, I just graduated high school. I'm thinking, I need money. I was getting to that age, you know, of course 18, you're grown, you're supposed to be on your own. So I did my research, and I feel like that's something everybody should do when entering a new career or a job that you're unsure about or that you want to pursue. You should definitely do your research and see if that's something you really want to do, because you don't want to do it. If you really don't want to do it, you need to check it out, see if you really want to do it. I did my research. I'm looking at dance videos. I'm trying to teach myself all these little moves. I'm like, okay. And I have a lot of upper body strength, I'm not gonna lie. So I thought I could use that to my advantage too. I could be a real athletic dancer, you know, a real pole dancer, not like one of these regular, oh, I'm gonna be jumping and sliding and flipping and twirling and splitting and doing everything there is to do. Although I didn't do that in my audition, I learned a couple things more than, you know, just the basic twirl and spin and twerk. So I'm looking at these videos, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that. And then I stay in Oakland, so I didn't really know of any strip clubs or any underground after party, none of shit like that. So I'm thinking my next best move is to go to San Francisco. If you know your way around San Francisco, then you know that little area Broadway is like where all the strip clubs are. They're kind of scattered around on the corners, but it's like a main like strip club, bar, restaurant, strip club, bar, restaurant. So it was a whole bunch of strip clubs like kind of bunched up together in a group like on that street. So I just thought, let me try out for one of them. And it was hard because one, I was 18, so I of course had to call around and see who was hiring for 18 and up. So I barked my little ass to San Francisco in my little dress. I had my purse because I didn't have a stripper bag at the time. I had just had a really big purse, and I had my shoes in there, and I had like 2 or 3 outfits. And I guess he just seen that. He was like, "You here to audition, huh? Ain't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so he took my ID. He didn't take my social yet. He just said, "Do you have your social and everything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have my social, I have my ID." He scanned my ID. I go inside. I'm sitting down. I'm waiting. And while I'm waiting, I'm just looking at the other girls. But they're just getting on and off dancing. Ain't doing too much. And I'm looking like, I mean, if this is all I gotta do and look cute, then this seemed easy. The dude calls me upstairs. I go up. He's scanning my ID, he's scanning my social, and I'm thinking I got the job already. I was like, damn, I'm fine. He looked at me and he was like, she hired. He asked me, he was like, have you ever danced before? And I was like, no. And he was like, okay, well, are you comfortable with getting fully nude? Because this is a fully nude club. And I was like, yeah, I read everything, you know, I'm cool, I'm good. And he was like, okay, so it's going to be 3 songs. You're going to be fully dressed for the first song. You're going to take your top off for the second song. And you're gonna be fully nude for the third song. And then that's it. And I was like, okay. He told me all the prices for the dances, the private dances, if I wanted to do dance on the floor. He told me all the rules. I go down to the locker room to go get dressed. Mind you, I ain't been in the locker room yet, so I don't know what nothing look like. I don't know what I'm finna walk into. I'm thinking I'm finna walk into just a bunch of rough, you know, tough, mean bitches, you know, doing the most. But I walk into one girl sitting, you know, by the counter or whatever in front of the mirror. At quick glance, it looked like she was doing her makeup in the mirror. And it was funny because I'm walking in, and as soon as she see me walk in, she was like, oh, hi, are you new? Da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, I'm here to audition. I'm about to get dressed. And she was like, oh, that's cool. You do coke? I was just kind of like, no, I just smoke weed. Like, I must have said that in the most calmest way I could without offending her because she did coke. And it was just crazy how open she was with it. And for that to be my first interaction, like my first experience with a dancer in the club, I was just like, wow, this is gonna be crazy. I get dressed. He calls my name. Let me tell y'all what my little dance name was when I was 18, all right? My dance name was Caramel. I cannot think of anything else but Caramel. So I'm walking up on the stage. I'm not gonna lie, my legs was trembling a little bit because I was so scared. It, like, as soon as I was getting on stage, like a group of 5 walked in, and it was just straight like white guys. So I started dancing real slow. I made it kind of look like I didn't know what I was doing at first, so I could, you know, come out with a bang when they seen all the little tricks and shit I've been learning. So they sit down around the little stage, and I get to dancing. Just seeing them throw the little bit of ones on the stage just making me feel, you know, some type of way. I'm like, oh, they like this. They like me. Yeah, put it right here. Put it in my thong. Slap that little booty. And so the second song, that's when I tried to, you know, pump it up a little bit. I was like, all right, let me start climbing the pole. Let me start showing them I could do a little something. I ain't just one of these twirl and twerk bitches. So I started taking my top off, and I started climbing the pole. I had a little bikini on. It was just a little regular bikini top with, you know, the thong bottom. So I started climbing up the pole, and my little thing is undoing while I'm climbing. I have my natural hair out. This was way before I cut my hair and dyed it blonde, like my hair was down. So I have my natural curly, heat damaged hair out. I'm climbing up this pole. When I got to the top of this pole, I kid you not, I did not know how tired I would be. I was out of breath. I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't fall because I am so winded. I get to the top and it just starts rushing through my mind. Like, I watched so many different dance videos. I had so many different moves in my mind. I didn't know what to do first. The first thing I could think of was just bust it wide open. So I grabbed the top of the pole, and then I'm moving my hand down, and I did the little split on when they do this. So I'm doing this split down the pole, and I'm twisting around. I'm trying to think in my head, okay, what else can I do? Like, what else? Like, what other moves are there? And I'm making up moves as I go at this point. And then the third song come on. So I'm like, okay, this is where I expose my booty hole. Me knowing my booty and my vajayjay is going to be exposed to this person, and they could try anything at any moment, is what, scared me and gave me anxiety. But as soon as I took my thong off, it was over, and I was off stage, and I made my little bit of money. So the third song comes on, and I'm shaking my little booty. I'm winded and tired from all these extra ass tricks I've been doing. I done hit the splits. I done did everything I could think of, and I start taking my thong off. Of course, it's different thinking about it and seeing other strippers do it. It's different when it's you and you're there. If you ever think about taking on stripping, becoming an exotic dancer, just think about everything that comes with it. It's not just all about making a bag or making hella money, the glitz and glam. Oh, I could buy all this, I'm the baddest bitch. It's not all that. You always have to think about dealing with customers and how people are going to be towards you, the judgments you're going to get. All that comes with being a dancer. As soon as I get off stage, he was like, you're hired. Can you start tonight? I'm like, great, sure. He was surprised I actually never danced before, because he was like, you look like you know what you're doing, so you'll be great here. Me being antisocial, I found this one of the most challenging jobs I've ever had, because I had to be a salesman. I had to push myself out there. I had to sell myself because I became the sex worker. So I'm getting comfortable. I'm getting a feel for the club. And this guy, the one that had watched me on stage, approached me. Now, I was going to approach him because, one, antisocial as fuck, and I had to break out of that, of course, because dealing with customers and being a sex worker, I had to sell myself. So I had to learn that you can't always let the customer approach you. You have to go get it. Like, you need to go get that bag, sis. Get that trick. He was like, you're new, aren't you? And I'm thinking he must come here a lot because he ain't never seen me, and he's like, I'm new, so he know I'm new. And I was like, yeah, I just started today. And he was like, okay, I saw you. You were really good on stage. And he was like, how much for a dance? And I was thinking, my little hustler mind was already working. Back then, a new dance, a new dance was like $100. So I told him $300. We going upstairs and we get in the room. So he hands me the money. I put it in my cute little dancer glitter box, and I start dancing. He's sitting, he looking, he liking. Second song come on, I was like, all right, let me take my little top off. I guess he could see a little something. And I'm taking my top off, and he started reaching out like he finna just grab my titties. And I'm like, hold on, what are you doing? And he's like, what? I can look, but I can't touch. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, he thinking my hoe, he finna try to fuck me in there. Ain't none of that, basically. And he was like, okay, I respect it, that's fine. And so he chills, sit back, and I'm dancing. Third song comes on. Now I'm finna get ready to take my thong off. Why he try to help me?
Bruh.
So I'm trying to get the dance over with. I'm like, bruh, can you stop? Like, this is the last dance. Can you just, look but don't touch? Like, let me just dance. And he was like, okay, fine. He was like, this isn't what I paid for. I paid $300. I'm like, what did you think he was paying for? And it was just really awkward because by the time the third song was over, I'm grabbing all my stuff. I'm grabbing my top. I got my little basket. I'm like, all right, well, you need to step out the room because the rule there was, if the curtain is still closed after the third song, you finna get charged for another 3 dances. And that was money I did not have and didn't want to give. So I'm like, okay, well, we need to go, like, open the curtain up. Come on, you need to cut, get out. And so he hurried up, get out. I'm still butt naked holding, my little bikini and my glitter box in my hand. I go downstairs, I'm counting my money, I'm making sure it's all still there. Why, when I'm done counting my money, I start to get dressed again and I realize my bottoms is gone. So I go back in there, I'm looking around and I don't see my bottoms. And all I'm thinking is, this nigga stole my bottoms. How you gonna take my bottoms? As soon as I got on stage later that night, I'm thinking I done already made my little bag. I was like, that little 300 from that dance was cool. I'm finna be set. Like, my night was just finna get 10 times better because this family was finna bless me. The husband was so hyped up, or the dad, whoever, he was getting stacks of ones. He was like, son, come sit over here by me. Come sit over there by your sister. And that's why I started, trying to make out the relations. But I'm hearing them over the music get situated while I'm getting on the stage. I'm wiping off the pole. And I'm hearing them, yeah, you see her son? She look good, She fine, You gonna throw some love on that ass, So the daughter and the son and the daddy and the mama and everybody smacking my ass and throwing money on the stage and shoving ones in my thong and trying to put it in my titty. And I'm just like, this shit is lit. Like, this shit is so crazy right now. I couldn't even see the stage anymore. For it to be covered in ones, I was just knowing I had made a bag that first night, and I definitely did. I really never had a plan, I can say. When I was younger, like, I was 18, fresh out of high school. Of course, I had different things I wanted to do, like YouTube. I did still want to pursue YouTube, but I wasn't consistent with it like that or on myself about it like that. I was still trying to do other shit. So I'm thinking, I'm making hella money. It's coming hella easy, and it's gonna keep coming hella easy. So I don't need to, worry about it like that. Girl was buying wigs, makeup, clothes, shoes, just accessories, everything unnecessary that I did not need at the time, when I definitely could have been saving up for a car at that time. I could have been saving up for a place at that time. I could have been saving up for a lot of more important assets to my life at that time, other than blowing it on, dumb shit. I go to work, make a bag big enough to last me throughout, a week or two, then I slip up, I stop going. So that was another thing I had to teach myself was, go to work, sis. Go to work every day. Go to work. This is your job, right? You want to make money, right? If you go every day, you can make money every day. I had to learn. I spend money every day, so I need to make money every day. And that became my hustle. Having the mentality I have now definitely would have been better back then, because I would have managed my money better. If I have any advice for anyone out there that's wanting to become a stripper or an exotic dancer, the only things I can tell you is make sure it's something you're morally comfortable with and are ready for, because not everybody, I feel, can handle judgment from other people, and not everyone can handle everybody else's outside opinion. I mean, I never really got any criticism when I danced, because all my friends were very supportive. Even my mom knew when I was dancing. Like, having a really good support system can definitely help you if you do want to pursue a job like this. But it's getting... And I also want to thank you guys for supporting me and sticking with me and staying subscribed. Continue to like and comment on my videos. It really helps. Bye, pandas.
What just happened?